Hello, everyone. Hello, my constituents. I want this phone to stop moving. I'm up on the second floor, and I really want to talk with you about some things. So I need to stop. I need to stop moving because I've been having to deal with it. I'm going to talk to you directly about the spirit of witchcraft. The spirit of witchcraft, or the spirit of manipulation that's happening in your life. Here is what the Spirit of God has been showing me. Because for whatever reason, a heavy spirit of witchcraft and voodoo has been trying to be around me. And I've had to, here's the thing, I've had to be spiritually sound to deal with it. So I thought about you. And I thought about everyone who may not spend time in the Word the way I do. Y'all got to excuse me. I did some laundry. Hey, you seeing your life coach the way I live, okay? Let me talk to you. Whatever you cannot verify, whatever you cannot research and get credible evidence for, more than likely you're being gaslighted. You're participating in fake news. You're participating in gossip. You're being a talebearer, which leads to witchcraft, and it causes you to operate in 5% truth and 95% lie. I'm going to give you a perfect example of what just happened. Now, you know that there was a situation with Pastor Gray's church, and him and the people are going back. First of all, I look at the people who rush out the gate to report 5% facts. You know who you are. And then you get online and spread 5% facts. What I was trying to show someone close to me is that what you want to do is wait until there is legal documentation shown to us online, or legal terminology is being used, XYZ. Now, you heard that the man was going to be evicted out of his church. Come to find out from the lawyer, his lawyer, all the bills are paid. The argument is over an oral agreement that they made, not over what's going to stand up in court. So let me be the first to tell you, as God's prophet, he ain't going nowhere. You see, one of the reasons why you have contracts or covenants, it is to minimize and control the emotions of people. Y'all better listen to me. I've learned something about people in general. When it comes to business, we are going to have a contract, because you're not going to allow your emotions to dictate and rule what it is that we have agreed upon that we're going to do orally. We're going to put it on paper. How many of you know God is the same way? You can hold God accountable for his word. And that's why he has his written word. So because you can hold him accountable that he will never leave you or forsake you. Your emotions may make you think he left you, but he never left you. So when the legal stuff started coming out, you begin to understand what's really going on. Now, caveat, I know that a lot of people don't care about the truth. So that's why they give themselves over to witchcraft and gossip, because I only want 5% of the truth, because I want to believe 95% of the lie. Now, I'm talking to the children of God. We cannot live that way. There are people trying you every day, hoping that you won't go research what they said or what they say they're about and get credible facts. Now, watch this. Watch this. A lot of times I see people do this every day, and I'm sure I've done it in the past, but I've grown in God, where because you already want to think negative about someone, you can find 8 things positive about the person, but the moment you find something that's negative, and it can be true, that becomes what you hold on to justify your position. That's not God. We are called to live in order and balance and truth. Watch this. When you go around being a false witness and lying on people, you begin to curse your own blessings. I need for you to understand why a lot of people are poor, and I'm not talking about money. Y'all know whenever I use the words poor or wealthy, you know the life coach is talking about the 5 balance system, and I'm talking about wealth in all areas of your life. You making $75,000 a year, you making $150,000 a year, but your personal life is in shambles. It's poor. It's ragging. It's in deficit. It's on life support. because you have cursed yourself. And a lot of times you do that with your mouth, because death and life is in the power of the tongue. I'm talking to the children of God because we're getting ready to move into 2020, and I'm trying to let somebody know how you're going to prosper. You have got to eliminate as much as possible the people that are around you who are full of gossip and they go around spreading half-truths. You've got to hold yourself accountable and the people around you accountable. Listen, everybody will tell you, don't go to Israel telling him something that you ain't sure about, especially when it comes to business. If I ask you to go check on something, I didn't ask you to say, well, here's what I think. No, you just tell me the facts. Tell me the facts. Show me the legal documentation of what's going on with this property before I try to buy this property, and this property has a $75,000 tax lien on it. I just wasted 2 weeks because you didn't tell me what I needed to know. You want to tell me how fine the guy was behind the counter when you looked it up, or when you went to the tax office, and you want to tell me he told you it was a good deal, and so you want to come back and you wasted my time. That's witchcraft. You cannot make any moves on this earth if you're not solid. You can't make moves in a relationship if you're not solid. You're going to have to be solid in the truth that you're walking in. Without that truth, you have nothing. All you have is a bunch of emotions and assumptions that are going to lead you down the path of stagnation. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of people suffer from depression. They have no truth. As one of my friends said, depression ain't nothing but a person who's having a hard time dealing with accepting the truth. If you ever can get them to accept the truth of what the situation is, that depression will lift up off of them. Can y'all hear me? But when you have lied to yourself for so long, when the truth comes in the picture and tells you what your relationship really is, it tells you that grandma ain't coming back from the grave. Grandma dead. She ain't coming back. Sometimes that's too hard of a truth for you to accept. But if you ever accept that truth, then you can move on from depression and schizophrenia and bipolar and operating in demonic forces. I just want to give you a quick insight word on this, because if I have been having to deal with it, I've had people come to me and say, well, it's this and it's that. And I've had to go and do research to call it out for what's known. Here's the truth right here. Here's the documented truth right here. Okay? And when you start doing that, people are going to hate you. But you are called to walk in truth. You're called to walk in the light so that you can get the blessings of Yahweh. Life coach. Bye.